first thing we're going to do is clean all the walls and the floors. And now we want to pour our screed. Australian standards state that you have to make sure that you have at least 10mm fall every 600 millimetres. We have a 1200 shower base, so we need at least 20mm of fall. You can mix the screed in a wheelbarrow. A good way of testing it to see if you've got the right mix, grab a little bit in your hand, squeeze it tight and let it go, and it should stay together. For a screed, you can use ABA screed or just any sand and cement. This is a new job. In some cases, when renovating an existing bathroom with a centre floor waste, the fall needs to flow towards your centre grate. Once the screed's dry, sweep up the floor. Now we have to prime them. Apply liberally. We're using a neutral cure silicone in all the internal corners of your shower, the walls, the floor and your hebel. Now it's time to waterproof. This is an integral part of the build, making sure that we don't have problems down the track. Even for a DIY job, it can be beneficial to get in a licensed waterproofer. But if you want to have a go yourself, here's how. Basically what we're doing here is putting the butyl tape over the flashing. That way no water can get in behind the grate drain. Once you've stuck down one half, peel off the other half and press it all down. Waterproofing. Apply it liberally and everywhere. Make sure you get your walls, your floors, your hebel, and even outside the shower. Australian standards state that you need to make sure you have at least 2 thick coats. For a downstairs shower, come 500mm outside your shower zone. But upstairs, outside your shower, you need to do the entire floor, and you have to come up the wall 150mm. Before you start, do a dry lay. Cut all your tiles to make sure they fit. Mix in glue. Add water first and then the adhesive. When you mix it, what we're looking for is the consistency of toothpaste. Just some handy little hints, just to make your life a little bit easier doing a job like this. Grab yourself some knee pads. Apply the adhesive with a 12mm notch trowel. It's a great idea to use a tile levelling system. It gets rid of any lippage and keeps your floors lovely and flat. With these, we put one in each corner of the tile and then simply screw them down. When you're troweling out the adhesive, it's a good idea to trowel your trowel lines into your grate. Once you've laid them, make sure you clean up as you go. You want to achieve 100% coverage on the back of your tile. Every now and then, pick one up and make sure you have that. Keep in mind, if your floor tiles are bigger than 300 by 300 with a centre floor waste, you will need to cut your tiles into a V like shown. Why? Because we need the water to fall towards the grate drain. Back butter the tiles and push them onto your hob. To ensure the top of your hob is level and flat, use a spirit level and wedge where you need to pack up the tiles. And don't forget, not only using the top, but also check the face. And now we've got to this part of the hob where we need to put some trim. We need a miter cut here and a straight cut over there. Once you've got it cut, just place it straight on top of your hob. Shower walls. Wall tiles should be laid after your floor tiles. Why? You want the wall tiles to sit on top, just for a better waterproofing mechanism. Now we start off with measuring up the shower. The standard height of a shower is 2.1 metres high. We're using 600mm tiles. So what we need to do is measure down every 600 until our last full tile. Once you've got that line marked, now you need to level it off. It's really important to get the first row perfect, because that's what governs the rest of your wall.
If this is your first DIY tiling job, it's a good idea to leave the bottom row last and start tiling one tile up. To do this, use tile jacks and a straight edge to hold the second row in place. It's essential to get 100% of glue coverage on the back of the tile. Then each tile in your bottom row can be cut to fit.
To cut the tiles, mark out your measurements on the tile and score and snap. Now it's time to cut some holes around some spindles. Mark the centre points of your spindle. Use your grinder to create a pilot hole. That way, when you go to drill your hole, your drill will stay in place. You can use a DTA hole cutter and a handyman drill to get your hole. Push it on and don't forget to clean up as you go. Last step before grouting, all you have to do is grab a hammer and knock it out of the clips. When you go to break them towards the grout line. So this one, we break this way, and this one with the vertical lines, we break that way. Keep the area clean as you go. Grouting time. You only need a small amount of water when you're mixing grout, because a little bit of grout goes a long way. Massage all the grout in the grout lines. To wash off the excessive grout, use a squeezed out sponge and wipe on a 45-degree angle. Once we've finished our primary wash and it's dried off, squeeze out a sponge of water and then simply wipe the tile. Turn the sponge around and wipe again. Repeat this process throughout your whole wall. We're up to silicone. You squirt the silicone inside your internal corners. Use a smoothing agent over the top of it and then cut it back with a paddle pop stick. It's very important to use silicone because it is an expansion joint. If you use grout, your grout will only crack over time. Last step, spray some more soothing agent and cut it back with your finger. That gives it a nice smooth finish. All right, once you finish the grouting, all you have to do is chuck all in your plumbing fittings, clean it all up, and you're done. For any more hints and tips, download the fact sheet off the Beaumont's website. And all the best for any DIY jobs you have at home.